So I did get to see the Royal Rumble, at least the men's Royal Rumble match yet. I haven't watched the women's. But I did watch just Alex's reaction to both Rumble matches, mostly the entries and all that. Hopefully that doesn't get copyrighted or anything in the future, because I think he did his best to kind of be like, okay, let's leave it as it is and go from there. Because in the past, he used to, like do a live stream or something like that along with other people. And a lot of what, was heard from the television and all that would be caught on the mic, and it would cause some issues. So he obviously worked around that, and hopefully it doesn't get taken down. But, like I said, getting back to what I said, I did watch the Rumble, the men's Rumble, and I have to say I thought it was good. It did live up to what people said it was. It was one of the best ones they've done. I looked at the fact that, when they put Gunther Walter at number 1 and had him go all the way through for a record-setting 70 minutes. That is unheard of. That's a record I think is going to stand for quite some time. But to have him go wire to wire and almost win the damn thing, and also make history along with Cody by being the first time ever that the last 2 entries were the last entry and the first entry, the last 2 in the ring, that is, I thought was great. You could definitely tell that Triple H had the right team, collaborative team together for the men's. Some of them did, work with the women's as well, but I don't know what happened there. There was obviously a miscommunication or something. But anyway, I thought this was good. I thought the men's Rumble really delivered. And to me, it made a star out of Gunther. It's like, if you cannot do anything with this guy afterwards, I do not know why you even signed him. So to me, obviously they're setting him up for something big in the future. Yes, he's probably going to drop the Intercontinental Championship to Sheamus at WrestleMania. That's what I'm assuming. But I think they got big plans for him afterwards. I think Gunther, right now, this is my honest opinion. Since Money in the Bank, I think it's going to be in the UK this year, Gunther's home country. I think it's only sensible that he is the favorite to win the men's Money in the Bank match. It only makes sense. He's got that look to him that shows that despite his size and everything, he can go, he can move. That's what made him, infamous, talked about and renowned across the world as Walter. So I definitely think he, after this, is a favorite, in my opinion, to win the Money in the Bank match for the men's in the summer. Again, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's in his home country. It only makes sense for him to cash in. Oh, not cash in, but to win the briefcase. And I think it only makes sense for him to do something that I know is an annoying trope and all that, but I think it only makes sense for him to cash in that night as well against whoever the champion is. If it's Cody, then hey, what we got tonight for at least, I would say, 10, 15 minutes is a preview of what I'm going to definitely say will be one of the best undisputed WWE Universal Championship matches, in quite some time. Because, look, Cody's one of the best workers you got right now. No matter what promotion he's been part of, he's one of the best. You put him in the ring with someone like Gunther, like you gave us tonight in the final 2. Well, not tonight, but last night in the final 2 of the Rumble. Then I can't say any more than, you just gave us a taste of a future main event, a future undisputed championship match in the coming months throughout 2023 and into 2024. That's what I think they did. To me, it was also a star-making performance for, even in his short time in there, I think it was a star-making performance for Ricochet and all that. I do like the idea that, they didn't really have the tag teams that were in it, go after each other, that much of it all. I like the fact that they, allowed them to work together. I think by doing that and all that and everything, I should say, by doing that, I feel what Triple H did was send a message that, he is, unlike Vince, he's behind tag team wrestling, and he wanted to prove that teams don't always have to go after each other unless like it comes down to them and everything, at a certain point in the match. So I did appreciate that. I appreciate they still built upon Lashley and Lesnar. I like that. So obviously that's leading to something probably at Mania. Can't wait for that. And overall, I just thought it was great. I just thought it was a great men's Royal Rumble match. To me, again, a lot of storylines are intertwined in here. You had Edge taking out the Judgment Day and then kind of having the brief stare down with Seth, calling back to their rivalry. So, I really think this Rumble match did what it had to do to, continue to build the future storylines, long-term booking storylines for the men going into Mania and all that. And, it also, in my opinion, gave us a preview of things to come. I mean, we got a stare down between Brock and Gunther, which has been rumored as a possible match for Gunther at WrestleMania, but I think they're going with Lashley and Lesnar there. It'll be Gunther and Sheamus instead. But again, but it is something they can, call back to in time for like SummerSlam and everything. I do like the fact that, again, they gave us what I consider a preview of a future Undisputed Championship match this year with, Gunther and Cody. And to me, that it set up Gunther in a way that makes him the odds-on favorite to win men's Money in the Bank this year and then probably cash in on the same night because it's in his home country. And then right after that, I could see them going back and forth with him and Cody for that championship. I really can. Because if you're going to plan on telling the storyline of Imperium wanting to restore dignity to the sport and looking at the match as being sacred, I can't think of a better way to do that than to give Gunther the briefcase and have him cash in that night. And then basically not want to defend the title until he finds an opponent worthy. And, even if against his will, he's got to keep going up against Cody or whoever gets chosen for him. But I do like the fact that, to me, they sent a message here. Gunther is a main event player. He's a main event player in the coming months, in this year, in the coming months and the rest of this year. And to me, like I said, that last 15 minutes between him and Rhodes, that right there is a future main event for the Undisputed title, guaranteed. There's no getting past that. But yeah, I thought it was good, and really that's all I can say on the men's Royal Rumble match. I haven't watched the women's yet, but eventually I probably will down the line. I already gave my thoughts on basically the reaction to the last entry on that with Nia, so hopefully you'll see that and listen to it. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on the men's Royal Rumble match. Do you agree with what I think has been set up for Gunther in the future based on his performance? Let me know down below in the comments as well as in the live chat during the premiere. Like the video. You will get an audio podcast version of this as well. And until next time, guys, I am out.